Hey collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. I'm going to do a love oracle and tarot card reading for the collective. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. So please take what does and leave behind what doesn't. Actually, let's see. It's a love situations deck. So I could say new love, I could say old love, I could say the current situation you're dealing with. If you have trouble in paradise, that type of thing. Let's see what comes out for you. My name is Tan, and this is Artemis Oracle. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. Hi, Shantae. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So let's see what love situations message we have for the collective. Thank you so much. Hey, Fintu. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little down, a little depressed because, like lately I've been more sensitive than usual, and I'm talking about emotionally. And today is my brother's birthday, the one that passed away. So I'm a little down because of that. So the first card, but thank you for asking. So the first card we have is shocking events, unexpected surprise, did not see it coming, unpredictable. Shocking events. Unexpected surprise, did not see it coming, unpredictable. I'm gonna get more cards before. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, he died last November. So it's about 6 months ago he died. And he would have been 26 years old today. So let's see what other cards come out. Ooh, closed heart, unavailable, avoiding intimacy, emotional burdens. Usually people do that because it's either a defense mechanism if they find out something that's shocking but also disappointing or saddening. Somebody could tend to want to close their heart out, and it could be a defense mechanism, or someone is just maybe acting cold. Hi, Tinny, how are you? And then we have children, and children involve using child as a pawn, staying for the kids. That's weird energy. Hi, LOL. First love, no one compares to you. First true love, new love experiences at the bottom of the deck. I feel like getting more cards though. I'm gonna take that card out. I don't want to see what else is there. Those hurt children. I'm gonna get 2 more cards. But I want to take the first love card because I saw it. It could be somebody this could be somebody's first love connection. Somebody could be mating their first love. You know, it's so weird because sometimes we could get into relationships, but it's like, were you really in love with the person? Okay. True love. I was gonna say something. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, you wonder if it was were you ever really in love with someone? That's one. I question that sometimes. I've questioned that sometimes. Like, did I really love them? But I don't know why I'm thinking that. The closed heart, shocking events. I need one more card. I'll take this one. Waiting, holding on to hope, no action. No, not taking action, standstill, delays. This. And the bottom, player. Oh my gosh. Playing the field, confusing to commit. The grass is greener syndrome. Someone always looking for better. Always looking for better. I gotta put this all together. Okay. Shocking events, closed heart, children, first love, true love, waiting. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read them separately because they're totally separate messages. So you may be finding out some certain news that may be shocking, surprising, something that you didn't expect to come, or you may be delivering that type of news to someone. You may be doing something that's shocking to other people. Closed heart, someone's closed their heart out. Unavailable, probably because something was done that made the person kind of want to guard themselves, or someone's guarded, or someone is not emotionally available. I don't know if someone's involved in a situation where the children is being used as a pawn, as a ploy, because I know sometimes people do that because they want to get access to somebody. Since this is love readings, I could just imagine someone like, it could be somebody you have a child with and they may not be doing this, but one of the messages on the card says somebody could be staying in a relationship for the kids. Someone could be using their child as a pawn to kind of have control over somebody and force somebody to stay in a relationship, or to kind of lure them in, like, yeah, I want you to come see the kids. But then they may be trying to do something, you know, try to seduce them or something. With the first love, no one compares to you. First true love, new love experiences. Someone could be actually, depending on how old, I wonder, I don't know. Because when you think of first love, is usually when you're like a teenager or something. But can someone have a first love when they're an adult? I don't know, because my first love was my kid's father, you know, and I was 13 years old. So, but then true love, experiencing wholeness, unconditional love, a long-lasting bond. So true love is like that unconditional love. It's the person that you could trust, that it's like it's like me against the world type of thing, or it's just like a total appreciation for one another, love, respect, honesty. And there could be somebody who's waiting, who's still clinging on to the situation, holding on to hope, hoping things will change, hoping things will improve, or someone could just be hoping somebody returns. Somebody returns. And then we have the player underneath. Playing the field, refusing to commit, grass is greener syndrome. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, there's cards. All right. So let's find out about the shocking events. What is the shocking events connected to? Let's clarify the shocking events. Justice. It had to do with that Libra energy. Interesting. I see peacocks. I don't know if peacocks are significant in this situation. We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, shocking. Yeah. Knight of Swords. The Strength card. I didn't show you the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And then we have the King of Swords coming out. That is such a weird message. I don't know where the hell I got this from, but I'm going to say it out loud because someone may be finding out whether someone's their child or not. And it may be involving a teenage child. I don't know what the news is, if it's positive or negative about it, but I feel like it may have to do with paternity, because I see a King of Swords and Knight of Swords, and it made me think of father and son. And then with the court justice here, we could think it's about custody, but there's a lot of air signs here, so I'm thinking this has to do with communication. It could even do with law, with the Justice card being there. But the Strength, I don't know if somebody's going to be finding out good news or bad news about whether somebody's their child. That is the weirdest message. I don't really touch on like that. But the fact that that came out, maybe somebody, because remember, you know, someone could think that that's their child, and then they find out it's not. That somebody could find out or think that isn't their child, but then they find out it is their child, you know. So it could be that type of news coming in. There could be a Leo sign energy, a Libra involved in this. It could be any air sign, actually, since we have all the air signs here with Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So, but Leo and any air sign energies involved in that situation. That's weird. Wow. Okay, so let's go into closed heart. Why is somebody's heart closed? Whose heart is closed? Why is it closed? Too many cards are coming out. That's too many cards. That is the weirdest message. I have the King of Wands. So there could be a fire sign energy who may be closing out their heart. Or who may be facing someone who has closed their heart out to them. Who may be acting emotionally detached. The Page of Swords. Chariot, Cancer energy, and then Tower. I don't know. I feel like this is a continuation. All right, there's a... But why? Why? So you have the Tower, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's reflecting on something. You see the Devil card here. You know, addictions, loss, self-limiting beliefs, shocking events. I don't think this is what I'm getting. Fire sign energy, I said. King of Wands is fire sign energy. We have the Leo here. Okay, T-Bird, I'm gonna call you out. You put some crazy ass comment. I deleted that shit. I don't know what the hell you were talking about in your comment. You made no damn sense to me. I don't know what that comment was about, but I'm going to tell you now. Do not be putting no paragraph shit in my comment section that don't make sense. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Yeah, you put some weird ass comment on one of my videos. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? But I'm just letting you know now. I deleted that shit. No, I'm talking about before in the comment section of one of my other videos, you know. Anyway, I know you just got here, but you put a comment in a previous video. So we have the Strength card, and I mentioned that there could be a Leo or any air sign energy. Leo shows up in the King of Wands. So I'm definitely getting that maybe, oh, fuck. Okay. King of Wands is finding out that a child may not be his or hers. No, well, a woman will know if a child's hers, unless her baby just switched at birth or something. But I think the fire sign energy is finding out that their child, the child they thought was theirs is not theirs. And they're going to be closing out their heart. They're going to be moving away from the situation. They're going to be turning their back. Because I don't know if they weren't involved in the child being raised, like they were raising the child that they thought was theirs, and then they find out it's not. Please take it as it resonates. This is the weirdest storyline. I don't know why I'm getting this thing, but this is what came out. This is somebody's message. But a fire sign is probably not gonna like it. The fact is, he's gonna be, he or she. Well, I'm gonna say he because usually personality tests have to do with fathers, you know. Okay. So, shocking news, shocking event. Somebody, well, definitely had to be a feminine energy. She doesn't know who the father is, you know. I feel like Maury right now. Yeah. Now somebody's like reflecting on the time and energy they spent. This is so sad because I can't imagine. I cannot imagine how it is for a man to find out that a child that he was taking care of, he was raising. I feel like the child could be around 7 years old, around that age. because of the Seven of Pentacles. And Pentacles typically represent years. I cannot tell that. I cannot tell that. But someone may be finding that out. Maybe finding out. You know, we hear these stories about men, they end up taking care of children that they thought were theirs, or they end up going to court and end up paying for child support for a child that isn't theirs. And I'm going to be honest, this is just my opinion. I'm supposed to be a tarot and oracle card reader, but I'm still a human being and I have my own belief systems. I think that if a man finds out that the child isn't his, that he should not have to continue to provide for the child, because first of all, he was lied to for so many years, however long it was. And I honestly don't think, yes, I feel like it should be the father's, that he is a father. He did take care of you. You don't have to be biologically related to somebody to be a father figure to somebody. But personally, in my opinion, I feel like it should be the man's choice to decide if he wants to continue to raise a child or provide for a child that he thought was his. I don't think a court should force him to continue to do that. And that's just my personal opinion. I understand how the impact on the child, but the thing is also the father, the man, is also a person, and he's deeply impacted by that too. And he has to begrudgingly take care of a child that isn't his, the child that he thought was his. But some men, and they're the type, I can't fault any man that decides like that he cannot be in the situation. But I do feel bad for the child, but I don't think a man should be forced to take care of a child that isn't his. Just like mothers aren't forced to take care of children that aren't theirs. That's just my personal opinion. And I feel like it's not the child's fault. Definitely not the child's fault. But I feel like a man shouldn't be forced to take care of a child that isn't his. That's just my opinion, you know? I feel like it should be his choice. I don't think a court should mandate a man to take care of a child that isn't his, you know? Because can you imagine, like, I think that a man, if he loves the child that much and he doesn't care and he could claim the child anyway, if he's in that type of man, because there are men like that, then all for it. I feel like it should be a man's choice. But if a man is like, feels like gets like this, like his heart closes out, he has to heal from that betrayal. He has to heal from the lie. But then he also is trapped in a connection that he was basically lied to be in a part of, you know? So I don't know if there's a feminine energy that lied about the paternity of a child, and that's how she kept someone involved. But now that's being revealed. That might be revealed. I know this is so weird. This is the weirdest reading I've ever done, honestly. But this is what came out. This is somebody's message. But in honesty, the way it looks though, because as I'm saying this in the King of Wands with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is someone who reflects. He takes time. He takes in information. He's learning. So for all I know, for all we know, whoever the situation may be related to, right? This person could be contemplating whether they should stay or should they go. You know, should they, you know, continue to be a part of the child's life or just move on with their life, you know? But there seems to be some sort of manipulation in here. And I know I'm a woman, but come on, that's not cool, you know? But I'll be honest, you know, I mean, I heard of the situation in real life, so, and the thing is the child too, the poor child gets affected by that, you know? But the thing is, the way And I don't want to touch into that because that's totally separate, because that has to do with women's bodies. But the man has to choose, have to know, make an informed decision, in my opinion. He should know whether or not the child is his and choose himself, not be lied to, manipulated into taking care of a child that isn't his, because there are men who are willing to take care of other people's children, but to be lied to, manipulated, betrayed, that's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. And then for a court to be like, yeah, you got to take care of this child. But I don't know. I don't think this is what the cards are saying though about that. I just had to say my opinion, because sometimes, because I feel like I think this is a paternity test. I don't know why, but the fact that I went on that tangent, that's probably something that's happened. Somebody's probably taking care. We hear these stories all the time. So what I'm saying is not far-fetched, Hi, Ethel, how are you? Okay, so the children card. Children, 2 of Cups. Okay. 2 of Cups has to do with a partnership. It could be friendship. It could be a romantic relationship. Queen of Swords. Could be a Libra involved in this situation. Hi, Alpha. How are you? And then I got the Page of Cups. Another card. And the Devil card underneath again. Oh, this card flipped over. 5 of Wands, conflict. Thank you, Alpha. Whee! I go to give you a heart, and I see what people go through trying to give people a heart. Thank you so much, Ethel. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm doing good, Ethel, sorry. So children, 2 of Cups. So this looks like, yeah. Somebody could be going through some sort of separation or divorce, and somebody's trying. I feel like this is this whole situation with the paternity thing that I got. That is so weird. I don't like talking about stuff like this, but this is real life. I should have stuck with my Archangel Michael cards instead. The spiritual stuff. Anyway, it's like there seems to be like some sort of partnership that is severing. So there could be somebody going through a divorce, and right now someone's like, I don't even know if those are my kids, and then they find out, or someone could be fighting. It may not even be the paternity too. It could be, since that popped up in my mind, and I've never experienced that personally, because I had my kids with one man because he was the only man I was with, So there's no doubt those are his kids. But the fact I started thinking about that paternity test, I'm like, why am I thinking this stuff? Spirit, gives me those messages to share, I guess. But there seems to be some sort of conflict, and it could be having to do with a water sign child, with the Page of Cups being here. Yes, you need to focus on a home right now, Ethel. You definitely do. You have to take care of yourself first. When you're in a nice, stable place, and you're comfortable where you are, where nobody can knock you off your course, can destabilize you in any way, then that's when love can come in. But that's my opinion, But right now, I think from what you've talked about in the chat before, you should definitely put yourself first. You want to be in a good place for yourself, so that you don't end up in the situation that you've experienced or you're experiencing right now. I'm not being explicit because not everybody knows, and I don't want to be telling your business like that. So yeah, there's some sort of conflict. Definitely was, there seems to be some sort of divorce going on, and maybe it's a paternity battle. It doesn't have to be a divorce. It could be a relationship breaking up, because some people aren't married. Some people were together, had a child together, and are separating. But there could be some sort of court issue involved with this, and it could be involving custody of a child. Someone may be trying to control a situation by trying to, you know how people try to use kids. They could use for like a visitation, or child support, or because there are people like that. They use children like their pawns, which is one of the things, using child as a pawn. That's one of the messages. I got the Devil card, because there definitely has been some toxicity in this connection. So we have Libra, Leo, Cancer. And then we keep seeing the devil card pop up. So that's Capricorn energy. But, all right. So let's see what this first love is on. Is this, please let it be a separate message. No, it's not. I feel like somebody, this is like a, look at that. 10 of Pentacles with the first love. Like, yeah, it's definitely a dissolution of a home. A home is definitely breaking up in this situation. And it could be because, and this could have been the first love, you know, like high school sweetheart type of situation. Yikes. I should not be asserting my opinions about things. Okay, good. Okay, that's good. It's good to be with family right now. Especially children. Children are really good at brightening our moods with their antics. You know how kids are. Yeah, see, somebody laughed. Yeah, this is like a first love divorce situation involving children, custody. Yeah, I don't know if somebody, right, okay, so definitely somebody's walking away because I just looked at the true love. I don't know if somebody felt like whoever this first person was, yeah, you were my first love, but I found my true love. Ace of Wands. Yeah, somebody left for a new beginning. Because I wanted to, yeah, somebody left for a new beginning. To have a new beginning somewhere else. See how the 8 of Cups to the Ace of Wands? Somebody left so they could be somewhere else. They could build they could grow somewhere else. Be inspired somewhere else. Okay. Someone has their guard up. Definitely has their guard up, trying to protect themselves. Because I don't know why I wanted to put it there, but maybe somebody's trying to guard their happiness. Somebody could have been in a situation where they were very unhappy. Maybe somebody is initiating divorce proceedings. And that could be the shocking event too. So someone could be in the process of it or initiating the process. Because somebody is not happy in the relationship. They may be even questioning the paternity of their child. If they found out their partner was cheating with the player card underneath, you know. So someone may be wanting to start on this could some people maybe at the tail end, and they're maybe like the relationship is over, they're moving on, and now they're wanting to defend their new beginning, protect their new beginning from whoever this past person is, the player energy that was at the bottom of the deck. I want to know about the true love. Wait, let me see. Hi, Arushi. Okay, 3 of Wands. See, somebody's already thinking about the future. Maybe somebody is now wanting to look for something different. Somewhere, like, maybe they're moving away. They don't have to have found somebody else to move on from. Maybe somebody's now open to meeting somebody new. This could be the past. Somebody already went through all this BS, and now they're this new place where they're opened. You know, they're healed and they're ready to open up. They may have been at this place where they kept their guard up, but now they're thinking about the future, thinking about what it is they want in the future, what kind of love they want to experience in the future. With the Wheel of Fortune, they want to see good things. They want to experience good things. Somebody probably has already started making positive changes in their life since moving away from this type of situation. Remember, the top isn't only about the paternity, but I already stood on that because I started thinking and then sharing my opinion about that. It doesn't matter though. They're guarding whatever they want to guard. Like me, I like to protect my ego. You know, she needs to die. You know, she needs to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and stop trying to ruin my life. You're not helping me. You're hurting me. You hear me? Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself like that. Be like, shut the fuck up. Now I sound schizophrenic, right? Like I'm hearing voices and shit. But you know, sometimes when you have like those self-destructive thoughts, it's like, where are they coming from? It's like you have an enemy in your mind, and then be hiding in different parts of your brain and shit. You're trying to get at them and you can't find them until they speak up. I don't mean metaphor. I mean metaphorically speak up. Not I don't hear literal voices in my mind. Okay, so yeah, somebody's thinking about what they want different, like how they want to change their life. What changes they want to see moving forward, especially when it comes to a new relationship, with experiencing wholeness, unconditional love, a long-lasting bond. Not wanting to be in a situation that can easily dissolve, easily fall apart, because we saw the Tower card earlier, right? And then we have the Star. So someone, yeah, definitely has gone through some healing, reflecting, and looking towards what their wish fulfillment. What is their wish? What is their greatest wish? Tell me more about true love with the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Woo. Two Wands. Someone may be wanting to travel, and someone may be thinking about moving away from whatever trouble this is. And for some of you, whoever this may resonate with, there may be people who resonate with this, and there may not even be children involved. They could just be ending a relationship, and because there was a lot of conflict, there possibly has been a lot of infidelity, and someone's now like, the marriage is dissolving, the connection is dissolving, it's no longer stable. This connection, the connection is no longer stable. That sounds like something you'll see when your internet goes bad. The connection's not stable. And then they're moving on, they're moving to greener pastures, or maybe this is the player energy thinking they're getting away with something, but they're really not. They're possibly going to face karma in the future too, but yet somebody's thinking about the future, making plans, possibly considering where they want to live, if they want to move, where they want to travel. Like they now see that the whole world is now open to them. They're no longer trapped. Because maybe in this past situation, someone felt trapped. They could have felt trapped, even though that says closed heart. But someone could have felt trapped in a relationship too. But now they're free. They're free to roam. They're free to travel. They're free to go to Rome. Rome is nice, just in case. It is nice there. And this person could feel like when it comes to true love, they may be wanting a type of connection where it's very playful, but there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun, there's playfulness, but then there's passion too. But there's the potential for growth, the potential for growth. Hey Sana, how are you? Nice to see you too. I'm doing well, thank you. So waiting. I saw the Ace of Swords, but I wasn't ready for that. I gotta be careful with this lipstick. I cannot wear lipstick like this that's really shiny, because I would have like a long ass red streak across my cheek. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sana. I'm glad you're doing well too. All right, let's see. Waiting. Nine of Wands. Okay, they're waiting. Holding on to hope, not taking action, stand simple. This card wanted to come out. Queen of Cups. Oh, the Empress is at the bottom. Holding on to hope. Nine of Wands. I feel like someone doesn't want to give up on hope. They don't want to give up hope that they can meet somebody. That they can meet the person, maybe their Queen of Hearts, the person that will be loving and compassionate, caring. Maybe, hopefully, I would think if this was a negative situation, regardless if it's a masculine or feminine that dealt with the situation above, this person is hoping to find someone who's caring, compassionate, possibly not selfish. Definitely not selfish, because whoever they were dealing with before, they may have been very selfish. Holding on to hope, not taking action. But I feel like, yeah, this person's definitely not going to take any sort of action. They're just going to see what comes their way, and then whatever they feel like is a good option for them, then they'll take the step with Three of Cups. It's like they're waiting for the right opportunity to meet somebody. Or if they did meet somebody, they're just waiting for there to be some sort of opportunity for them to even, because you see here, the Queen of Cups is sitting by herself, right? But then you see these, in the Three of Cups, they're all together. So whoever this may be, who's holding on to hope, because I feel like this whole thing is together, that moved away from this deceptive connection where there was infidelity and conflict and dishonesty, maybe a lot of ego and pride. They're they may be meeting somebody. I don't know how this resonates with you, if this resonates with you at all. Waiting for somebody to come in, like naturally, organically, where you happen to, they're not trying to force it. They want it to be natural. They're not going to be going out of their way trying to meet somebody. That could be you, if this resonates with you. Some of you may be the type holding on to hope. Remember, I'm going to have to remind you all of these messages may not resonate with you. Maybe some parts do. Maybe this is a past situation, past relationship, right? Maybe there is no child involved. Maybe this wasn't your first love, maybe there, you just take the parts that resonate with you. I have to remind you that because there's just a lot going on here, but whoever is the person that's holding on to hope, if that's you or the person that you may be possibly meeting, they're not going to be the type to be proactive. They're not going to be going out of their way to look for somebody. So this person may not be the type to go to dating sites or initiate communication or contact in social media. This is not the type of person that's doing that. I feel like this is the type of person who's just going to allow things to happen organically and just see what comes their way. This is the waiting energy. But I would say though, if this is you, if you resonate with that, make sure that you're not just that you're making sure that you're living your life. You're not just sitting there waiting for Mr. or Mrs. Right to come forward. You want to be able to be enjoying your time with friends, learning your lessons and trying new things, challenging yourself to do new things, self-care, compassion for yourself, healing, all that stuff. Like release the anxiety, stress. Hi, Vivisita, how are you? Yeah. Be grateful that you survived the devil energy and any harm that this person possibly put you through, or even that you've experienced, if you weren't, like, say you were in marriage and you were always feeling like left out, not feeling good enough because your partner was always out there playing around, you're finally overcoming that. You're overcoming the anxiety, being able to detach from this devil energy and self-limiting thoughts or beliefs that could have been instilled because of this relationship, because of somebody else's actions. And I had to say this, just because we shouldn't internalize other people's bad behaviors towards us. That's not us. That's not our fault. The person chooses to be that way. That's not your fault if someone's disrespectful, abusive, toxic. That's not your fault. You accepting it, that's where you have to take accountability. That's when you have to take responsibility for yourself and your actions and allowing it, but hopefully that you're allowing yourself time to heal and recover from the damage, and free yourself from that, doing the work, that deep shadow work. I am, if you've been in my channel long enough, I'm all about shadow work. I need to understand. I want to know how I can talk about doing shadow work on my channel, because I do talk about journaling and certain stuff, but I think there's more to it. That's just my approach, but I feel like there may be different approaches that people can do for shadow work. But it's about healing, freeing yourself from those thoughts, those beliefs, those deep rooted feelings of possible unworthiness that showed up here because of someone else's bad deeds. That's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of them. That doesn't make you the bad guy because you were with a bad guy or bad girl, So I don't really care who the player of energy is. I'm just glad whoever this situation is, I'm glad you're out of it, and that hopefully everything turns out in your benefit and that you do meet somebody that you love that will respect you and care about you, and that everything that you want for yourself, it comes to fruition. Like whatever it is that you see in a vision for yourself in the future, like whether it's moving to a new place or a new city or new country or a new state, or new job, anything. Because it's not always about love, it's not always about love. It's also about stability, but it's also about knowing that you deserve better if this was your situation. Okay, so I have to leave soon. I'm gonna end the reading there because my lunch break is over. But I'm gonna read the chat before I leave. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Sana. Oh, I hope you're doing good, Bebecita. I didn't see you the day before. I hope you and your kids are doing well. Oh, wow. And yeah, I would like to see how that will happen. Because this reading, I don't know if you saw the beginning of the reading where I was talking about someone possibly finding out a child. And I was saying that I don't feel like men should take care of children that aren't theirs. If they find out the child isn't theirs, then they shouldn't be forced to continue to take care of the child. I think it should be a choice, because when a father is, like, say a man finds out he's a father, he's not the father of a child that he's already been raising, that's going to change the type of relationship he has with the child, unless he doesn't give a shit. Like, he's like, I love that child. I'm devoted to this child and making sure that this child has a good life, and they're invested. Now, I mean, it does say a lot about a man who does walk away from a child that he claims to love, that he has been taken care of, even though it's not his child. But I can understand that perspective. Like, I can't imagine a man finding out a child isn't his, but then forced to continue to be the father he thought he actually was to the child. And I mean biologically, he would, but finding that out the news can change the way he feels. But then that's like, then how did you really feel about the child? Usually, but I can't really question. I'm not a man. I will never experience that. So, but I don't feel like a man should be forced to take care of a child that isn't theirs once they find out that it isn't theirs, because I feel like once that finds out, that changes the whole connection that this person may have. If they only thought it was a biological connection, then that kind of disrupts the type of relationship, and that person definitely needs to do some type of work if they want to continue raising a child that isn't theirs. But there's some men, they don't care. They're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about you lying woman, but I love the child and I'm still gonna be there for them, Okay, thank you. Because I don't want to block you, T-Bird. I was like, what is he talking about? It doesn't make any sense. I already have a headache. Oh, my sister's texting me. I don't know how socially you'll be pressured to take care of a child that isn't yours. Like, I don't know what social setting is this? The Jerry Springer setting? Like, yes, exactly. Because, and the thing is, the whole tarot reading though, that popped up in my mind, and I said the player energy. I said it could be a man or a woman. I said the child thing may not even have anything to do with it. This is the thing about tarot, and I think people have to understand this. I could be getting so many different messages, but they sometimes don't make sense. But it makes sense to somebody else, somebody who's watching. It makes sense to somebody out there. And when I see a like pop up because I say something, I think it's because I hit a note. Somebody resonated with what I said, But yeah, when we talking about paternity, but you're right too, Tiva, because I'm thinking about this now. What if a wife finds out her husband or her partner if they weren't married, her partner got somebody else pregnant. That's a different scenario. I don't know. I don't remember because it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, I'm not even going to try to decipher this. It didn't make sense to me. All I remember is something about Neptune and regulating your emotions and equilibrium. That's the only thing. But I was like, but everything else, I'm like, what? I was like, oh, I can't. And I didn't even think about that too. Because sometimes men do go out of their marriage, they step out of their marriage and they get another woman pregnant. And that could be shocking too when you find out, oh my God, my husband is the father of this child. I don't want to be with him. I don't want to deal with him anymore. You know? And that's the thing about tarot. It's like there's so many scenarios that a card, a storyline, they call it storyline, can show up in a spread, you know? But to think of everything would take the channeled message out of it and make it like a basic reading, you know? Because I try to use my intuition with this stuff. So I don't want to be like thinking about all the real life scenarios, because then it doesn't really become like a channeled message anymore. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be ending this live stream. I have to go back to work. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chat, Alpha. Yeah, don't be taken advantage of again. Okay, Alpha? Unless you want to. Wink, wink. You know? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not taking any questions. And if you want a personal reading, it's $9.99 USD. Okay, so oh yeah, I got a PayPal now, so I think I'm gonna open up for personal readings, and those readings I've already set a price too for like a full personal reading, but I have to put that in my description box. Okay, so thank you all for being here. It was you, because your picture and T-Bird. I will never forget T-Bird. Because T-Bird, I think that's a Thunderbird. I think that's a car. I know, and your ID, your picture lets me know. I know, I'm not talking about that way, Alpha. I'm talking about that way, you know. At least not with her. Definitely not with her. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to be taking advantage of that either. Ay. So I hope all of you enjoy your day. All right. I'll see you later on today. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And if I don't see you later, I hope to see you next time. Take care. And thank you again, Alpha. Thank you for being here, Verdisha. Sorry I couldn't answer your question. I wasn't doing any personal readings. I was doing a collective reading. Sana, thank you so much. Ethel, nice to see you again. And who else? And Shantae. And Fintube. And good luck, Anthony. Bye, everyone.